Tonight, the CDC says if you vax up, you no longer have to mask up. What this new guidance means for our tri-state area. Plus, as we get back to what life used to be, folks in nursing homes say they're anxious to reunite with those they love. And later in the show, Minnesotans are chomping at the bit as fishing opener approaches. And in Itasca County, it's looking to be a busy weekend.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke. Thanks for joining us. We have hit a groundbreaking moment in the battle against the coronavirus. The CDC now changing its guidance, dropping mask mandates for people that are fully vaccinated. CDC officials cited several factors for their decision, such as the continuing downward trajectory of COVID-19 cases, the performance of the vaccine, and a deeper understanding of how the virus spreads. But there are still some limitations.
We still have the requirement to wear masks when you travel on buses, trains, and other forms of public transportation. And we are, as well as airports and stations.
President Biden said today is a great day for the country. However, there is still plenty of work that needs to be done in order to bounce back completely from the pandemic.
And we have to take this pandemic, tackle it, not just here, but overseas as well, to truly be safe in the long run. There's still more work ahead, but I've said many times, as tough as this pandemic has been, we will get through it. We will rebuild our economy, reclaim our lives, and get back to normal.
Minnesota Governor Tim Walz plans to end COVID-19 restrictions on businesses May 28th and remove the statewide indoor mask mandate by at least July 1st. We're going to hear from him in just a few minutes about this new CDC guidance. But first, Dave joins us for a first check of the weather. Beautiful day out there today, Dave.
Beautiful day with temperatures warmer than normal once again, and we've waited a while for that to happen.
Yes.
So we'll check the high temps that we got around the region. And just like yesterday, a few towns cracked the 70-degree mark. 73 for Big Fork, 72 International Falls and or 70 straight up for Moose Lake, and 72 in Superior. Not cooler by the lake this time around because Park Point even got to 72 thanks to compressional heating of westerly winds sinking down the hill. 73 Ashland and even 68 in Watersmeet. We can't complain about that because the normal's around 62. But of course, as always, the warmer weather comes with the price. Yeah, we're looking at fire dangers on the high side still continuing now for Minnesota and Wisconsin. You were seeing some showers on the Doppler map here, but a lot of that's not hitting the ground. But it's a sign that a chance for precip is coming our way to help dent our fire danger problem. Tomorrow's precip chance, after this quick live look at Cotton area here, well, it's going to be about 30% for some showers. Highs again back into the 60s. Coming up in a few more minutes, we'll talk about what the temperature trends for the weekend will be and if those rain shower chances get any higher than that.
All right, thanks, Dave. The pandemic meant months of isolation for many, especially people in assisted living homes. Unable to leave or have visitors, it was a depressing time for many residents. But now, CBS3's Kendall Jarbo shares how nursing homes are starting to look a little more normal.
As vaccine rollout continues and overall COVID case rates decline, residents at Duluth's Benedictine Living Community can enjoy open dining and other activities.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bingo. Are we all ready to play?
Seniors there say they're ecstatic for more freedom. Updated guidance from the Minnesota Department of Health says fully vaccinated people can gather indoors with others in the assisted living setting without having to social distance. For people who aren't vaccinated, they can still gather, but have to maintain 6 feet of social distancing. For the nursing home, being able to gather once again does more than just keeping people entertained.
Oh, it means the world to the residents. They have missed being together when they had to stay in their rooms, and it was really hard on them. And the staff missed seeing them in the hallway and everything.
4:59.
That is a good bingo.
The health department still recommends everyone wears a well-fitting mask when gathering closer than 6 feet, except when eating. The fun doesn't stop with bingo. Staff and residents are looking forward to a summer filled with more activities at the facility.
Thanks, Kendall. Some Benedictine residents say the pandemic actually helped them bond. Tonight at 10, we share the story of two women who, after both battling COVID-19, became best friends during quarantine. 1,800 Duluth households haven't paid comfort systems during the pandemic. That adds up to about $900,000 in missed payments. Lydia Schroeder, a project coordinator with the utility provider, says with more people working and getting jobs now, that grace period will end. Starting today, Comfort Systems is sending letters to those whose payments are 3 months or more late. They need to either make payments or create a payment plan by August or face their services being shut off. Comfort System knows some people are still struggling, so they have resources to help.
What we are trying to do is get a feel for how many people are out there right now that need assistance, make sure that they know how to find assistance, and let them know kind of what our process is to get back to normal.
Schroeder says through the pandemic, Comfort Systems hasn't been charging penalties, but they will be starting to in August. We have more information about financial resources on our website. The trial of 3 Minneapolis police officers charged in George Floyd's death has been postponed. Thomas Lane, Jay King, and Tu Tao were scheduled to go to trial in August. They are charged with aiding and abetting Floyd's death. The officer's co-defendant, Derek Chauvin, has already been convicted of murder and manslaughter. All 4 officers also face federal charges that allege they violated Floyd's civil rights during his arrest. In court today, Judge Peter Cahill said he changed the trial date so the federal case can go forward first. The trial is now pushed back until March of 2022. Also during today's court hearing, attorneys for the former officers made several pretrial motions. Those include a request that prosecutors be sanctioned. They're accused of leaking highly damaging information to the media about the case. Prosecutors deny those claims. The judge said he would hold an evidentiary hearing on the issue in August. The defense also claims prosecutors knew about coercion of a witness and failed to report it. That issue did not come up during today's hearing. A Duluth group has a unique way of sharing people's experiences with racism, one they hope will put an end to it. It's called the Rewrite Project. LEAN, the Law Enforcement Accountability Network, is asking Northlanders to submit their experiences, especially those involving police. All those stories will be posted on a new blog on LEAN's website. LEAN organizers hope this continues the conversation outside of recent demonstrations and protests.
Because at its core, LEAN is a data analysis group. Rewrite serves to sort of humanize some of those numbers.
You can share your stories on LEAN's website or in an email or video. There's also a tip line you can call. All submissions will stay anonymous, and pictures or people named in these stories will be censored. We have a link on our website for anyone who wants to participate. In response to the decline in COVID cases, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz plans to end restrictions on businesses May 28th. But right now, he is speaking on the CDC's new mask guidelines that came out today. Let's take a live listen.
Probably anticipating it looks a little different this time. As we come in here, we received CDC guidance, as many as you are well aware this afternoon. It's a good day. It's another one of those moves in Minnesota and across the country of a back towards normalcy. And the CDC is now recommending that if you have been fully vaccinated beyond your time, you no longer need to wear a mask in most settings. It's exciting news. And I think first and foremost, it reflects the discipline and the commitment here in Minnesota and in many places across the country to protecting not only themselves but their neighbors. We know that masks were a critical tool in the early stages and still remain today of stopping or slowing the transmission of coronavirus. And then when we added to our arsenal vaccines, and especially at the pace we've been vaccinating, we saw earlier in this month what a big difference it made. I was just over today at River Center at one of our state mass vac sites where we were celebrating crossing over 500,000 doses given at those. And in our family, kind of a milestone, my 14-year-old went and got his vaccine after school with his friend Violet. And so we're moving in that direction. The vaccines are making a difference, and CDC now moved their guidance. Those that are fully vaccinated, and Commissioner Malcolm will talk about what this means. We're still analyzing everything that came out of this announcement. But as we've done from the beginning, We followed CDC guidance as closely as we could. We listened to our medical professionals and experts that they gave guidance so that we can make sure to communicate with Minnesotans. And so this is good news. Minnesotans, obviously, we were moving in the direction with many of our social distancing and different moves being made. Outdoors, folks can fully fill our stadiums again. And now the good news is those that are fully vaccinated can do so without wearing masks, knowing that not only are they remaining safe, they're not putting others at risk. So I'm going to make my pitch again to Minnesotans. Those of you who aren't vaccinated, now's the perfect time. Get this done. Make sure you get it done. You can go without masks then wherever you want to go. You can make sure that you and others who aren't, and please keep in mind, there are those amongst us, and especially our younger people that are not authorized to get the vaccine yet, and those that might be immunocompromised. They can't get the vaccine. And so if you're not fully vaccinated and you may be asymptomatic, we want to make sure we're protecting our neighbors again there. But the good news is that we'll be in the morning fully signing the executive orders to remove the statewide mask mandate. But there will be decisions that can be made by local businesses, by local jurisdictions, and certainly in the healthcare industry, as is relatively normal. People will continue to mask in some of those settings, but it will be highly recommended. The commissioner and MDH will clarify some of those as we look at CDC guidance, but it's a good day. It's one that we knew it was coming. It feels great that it's warm outside, and I think for many of us, getting used to again that sense of going out, getting used to being unmasked, getting used to, as they said, being around folks and see their face. And for me, it has been a challenge this year not to see folks smile, not to see emotions on people's face. And that's a big part of the return to normalcy, too. So we're excited about this. I'm going to have Commissioner Malcolm is going to talk a little bit about the health side of this. And then we've got Commissioner Grove from the Department of Employment and Economic Development to talk about the impact.
Well, that was Governor Tim Walz speaking about the CDC's new mask guidelines and how that will impact Minnesota. We'll have much more on that tonight at 10. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, anglers say some of the best walleye fishing can be found in Itasca County. How local guides are preparing for the opener. Next.
Rain-wise, we're now 1 1/3 inches shy of normal for the month of May. We do have a chance for 1/3 of an inch coming spread over 3 days here as early as tomorrow. We'll talk about the odds of payoff and if it'll dent that fire danger or not coming up after our break.
CBS 3 News is brought to you by Outlast Construction.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Today on Medical Insight, Dr. Brett Friday, medical oncologist at Essentia Health, explains the importance of oncology clinical trials.
One of the big reasons that patients are part of clinical trials is to learn how to treat cancer better. And I think there's an altruistic benefit for every cancer patient who's receiving treatment. You know, they sort of reap the benefits of all the patients who were part of clinical trials in the past. We should always strive to get better. And that's what trials are. It's striving to get better. It's learning more about the cancer. And, you know, as an institution, I think Essentia's culture fits with that ideal. And I know that myself and my colleagues and everyone in the Cancer Center really feels that way.
Clinical trials through Essentia are safe thanks to multiple levels of independent review, and they afford patients anonymity.
Our rural geography in northern Minnesota is a different population than is present in, Manhattan, New York City. And so if we want results from a cancer trial to really be broadly applicable to all those populations, you have to have patients participate from all of those different areas. As medical director of the research program here, that's what makes my job worthwhile. Many people, believe that being a cancer doctor is a very difficult job, and at times it really is. But there are also really gratifying things, and when we participate in trials and when we get results back from those trials that change how we treat, how we treat cancer and improve cancer treatments, that's what drives me.
Essentia's commitment to research helps deliver the best care possible to patients. For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
To learn more about this and other health topics, visit essentiahealth.org/medicalinsight.
Thursdays are a favorite day at Duluth Casino because they're loaded with kiosk cash. Every Thursday, qualified Players Club members can swipe their card at the kiosk, play the game, and may win up to $500 in cash. You can even participate up to 3 times each date. For more details, stop by the Players Club or log on to FonduluthCasino.com. Come in for the excitement of Thursday kiosk cash and make Thursday your best day of the week while you
have a great time out at Fond du Loup.
Julia Lawson, we're with the FBI. Can we talk to you a second?
Sir, it's Clarice Turner. Please leave. She's connected to the murders.
I got some leverage on our Julia.
I am not.
You're not what? Gonna do your job?
I'm not gonna blackmail someone.
Enough!
Was there something else? The thing you have to say? Is it about me?
It's about Buffalo Bill.
A new Clarice tonight, 10/9 Central, or stream anytime on CBS.
CBS3 News is brought to you by Fond du Loup Casino. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
This weekend, we've got the Minnesota fishing opener coming around, and the UP's having their fishing opener, too. So will we have to be careful while we're outdoors? Yes, frankly, we will. Near critical fire danger right now for Minnesota and Wisconsin, and high for folks in the UP. Low relative humidity is to blame. We're trying to juice up the atmosphere with a couple of troughs of lower pressure, but it's probably not everything we need. So even when we're out enjoying things on the lake, we have to be careful with fire, especially campfires and shore lunches, which of course are going to become a common theme as the rest of our region joins Wisconsin outdoors angling. Well, we'll talk about the weekend forecast in more detail coming up here in just a little bit, but the here and now shows current conditions at Duluth International Airport as 67 degrees for the current temp. Relative humidity is awfully low at 20%. Southwesterly wind is stirring up that dry air at 14 miles per hour. And our air pressure for the time being is on the higher side at the surface at 30.21 inches of mercury. But a pair of troughs of lower pressure are coming our way, and they're already increasing the clouds for a couple of towns and trying to drop some showers. Current temps, mid-60s for the Upper Peninsula, a range of 64 to 68 in northern Wisconsin, including 68s from Ashland down Highway 2 to Superior. 70 Moose Lake, 66 Cloquet, 60s on the North Shore, and for the Iron Ranges, still 71 for our friends around International Falls. Well, with the daytime highs getting warmer, the overnight lows are following suit as well. We just had teens a couple mornings ago. Tomorrow morning, 40s for just about everybody. So we're finally shifting around towards spring-like, even summer-like weather. And now here's the Doppler map for our area. And the first of 2 troughs of lower pressure, which is really just a weak low, not a fully formed circular low here, creating a couple of clouds here and there and a couple of showers here and there, at least as we see from space. And with the Doppler map here from the Duluth map or the Duluth station. And a lot of this, what we're seeing here, probably isn't even touching the ground right now. But since there's 2 of those troughs coming through tonight, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday, with 30 to 40% chances each day, hopefully we get enough showers to give us some rain totals like this by Sunday evening when the chance goes away for a couple of days. About 1/10 to 1/3 of an inch around the area, which could put the problem down a little bit, but won't solve it. A little more rain, though, is possible in the 7-day forecast farther on, and we begin the process of eyeing that up by looking at tonight's Minnesota forecast, which says lows in the 40s. And for Wisconsin, Michigan, lows in the 40s there as well. Tomorrow's high temps, Wisconsin, Michigan, mid to upper 60s with a 30% chance for afternoon showers. Minnesotans get that same chance for showers and a similar range of temperatures. And then it gets warmer as we go out of the weekend into next week. Kristen, after showers for the weekend for the Fisher people, we get 70 to 73 Monday and Tuesday with sunshine. And then that second chance of rain, which seems to be a slightly better chance, comes around for Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, looks good to me. Thanks, Dave. Well, speaking of fishing, Itasca County is home to hundreds of lakes and what guides call some of the best walleye fishing in the state. This makes it a popular spot for anglers from all over Minnesota on Fishing Opener, which is coming up on Saturday. CBS 3's Alex Libby explains why that's especially true for local fishing guides heading into this weekend.
Tom Newstrom, a fishing guide with Minnesota Fishing Connection based here in Grand Rapids, says because of state COVID restrictions last year, he had to shut down his business for about a month during the busiest season. While that hit hard, he says this year his bookings are off the charts. He says he's fully booked into mid-July, and he's trying to accommodate with even more guidelines. Newstrom says while it normally wouldn't be this busy for him, all the guides he's heard from in Itasca County are experiencing the same thing.
A lot of it has to do with people coming up here from southern Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, Wisconsin, and a lot of it has to do with the Canadian border closed.
While he's happy Minnesota's restrictions are loosening now, Newstrom says he still plans to take precautions with his customers. He says he's been asking his customers if they've been vaccinated and says so far, all of them through July have been. With recent rises in COVID infections, especially among young people, he says he wants to make sure he's protecting himself, his customers, and the region. Itasca County has reported 120 new cases in the last week. That's actually better than the average over the last month. And Itasca County officials are excited to have more fishermen come up here for the opener, but they do ask the fishermen bring their own supplies, keep gathering small, and continue social distancing.
Thanks, Alex. And by the way, 52% of Itasca County residents 16 and older have at least one dose of the COVID vaccine. Coming up in sports, playoff softball, UWS and CSS in a bridge battle. Kelly has the highlights next.
Order your 2021 Polaris side-by-side now from Duluth Lawn and Sports.
CBS3 Live Cams, brought to you by KohlerChef.com, now featuring the Kohler Express Deal online buying solution. KohlerChef.com, a better way to buy.
This is one of the biggest furniture events of the year, the Memorial Sale at Slumberland. Everything is an additional 25% off our already low price.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Get your look for less at the huge Memorial Sale at Slumberland.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. With over 40 filtration systems, from the world's best softener and safer drinking water systems, no one filters more than Culligan Water. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan Water, the local water expert.
We can help you at Ketamine North Infusion Center.
In public safety, we see things that sometimes you can't unsee. After these infusions, everything just kind of turned around and I was able to start enjoying things again.
To learn more, give us a call or visit us online. Outlast Construction is the region's choice when it comes to roofing and siding. Let our professionals repair or replace your roofing and siding with confidence. And with our new catch-all system, you don't need to worry about your home improvement turning into a home disaster. Designed to protect your siding, windows, and other parts of the home, the work gets done faster and safer. Take the stress out of home repair. Call Outlast Construction today for a free estimate. Our biggest priority is protecting your biggest investment.
Mom's gonna kill us.
Gorilla Super Glues. Of course.
Gorilla has a fix for every project. Original brush and nozzle and ultra-controlled gel for the toughest jobs on planet Earth.
Villa Marina Health and Rehabilitation Center is a beautiful one-level facility in Superior, Wisconsin, with 24-hour skilled nursing care. With a 5-star rating by Medicare, you can expect high-quality care. We offer a variety of services, including restorative care after a hospital stay, intensive rehabilitative therapy care after surgery, or long-term care for those who are no longer able to handle the necessities of daily life on their own. To learn more, call or visit Villa Marina Health Center in Superior.
The nursing program at Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College is really challenging, but it has to be. It's approved by the Board of Nursing. And graduates here have been successfully passing the state board exam. They give you real-world experience with healthcare institutions across the community. I'm really glad I chose Fond du Lac Tribal and Community College.
Bonnie, alcoholic. Marjorie, alcoholic.
Tammy,
alcoholic. Whatever problems you have, someone at this table has either had them or made them much worse.
Are you ready?
Are you kidding? Look at me. I think it's true what we say here. Don't leave before the miracle. My name is Bonnie, and I'm a grateful alcoholic.
The series finale of Mom, tonight or stream anytime on CBS.
Incredible savings on Sealy mattresses during our big Memorial Sale now at Slumberland. Plus, come try any of our 8 memory foam queen mattresses, all for under $9.99. And get free shipping. The huge Memorial Sale at Slumberland Furniture.
CBS News Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley on CBS.
CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, slowly but surely, we are back to normal. The Twins will start to bring back more fans to Target Field this summer, and starting on July 5th, they'll be at 100% capacity. That's the good news. Bad news is that fans won't be welcomed back to a great Twins record. The team wrapping up with Chicago today, trying to avoid the sweep. Twins don't get on the board till the fourth. Max Kepler came in to the at-bat 0 for 3. He changes that, connects. Lance Lynn would fumble the ball. Trevor Larnach hustles home and scores for the first run of the Twins. I mean, that'll work. Twins trailed by a run. They got one more back, but they fall 4-2 and are swept in Chicago. Brewers split the last two with the St. Louis Cardinals today, going for the win. We'll start at the top of the fifth. Cardinals led 1-0. Corbin Burns has been on fire for the Brew Crew. Strikes out Andrew Kisner. That's 57 strikeouts without a walk. That's the new record for the longest such stretch at any time during a season. The previous record was 56. He finally walked someone in the fifth. Brewers were quiet offensively. Cards get the win. At the NSIC softball tournament today, UMD outlasts Concordia St. Paul in a pitcher's duel. Sydney Zavoral walked it off for the Bulldogs in the bottom of the 13th with this single to bring in Jessica Bren. It was the longest game in head coach Jen Welter's time at UMD in 13 innings. They'll play the winner of Augustana tomorrow at noon. This morning, the UW Superior softball team rallied past Northland College to advance in the UMAC softball tournament. That set him up with an afternoon contest against top-seeded St. Scholastica. And right off the bat, Saints were coming out hot. Olivia Howe turns on this one for the line drive triple to right field, brings home Nicole Anders, and the Saints go up 1-0. Same inning, new batter. Freshman Grace Hadlick drops one to center for the single. Howe will get the green light to head home, and Saints go up 2-0. We go to the top of the second. Yellow Jackets looking to answer, and Jessica Jacobson has one. She singles to right center. UWS ends up winning this one on a walk-off in the 8th, 5-4 the final. In hockey news, Duluth native Ben Barr has been hired as the new head coach of the Division I Maine men's hockey program. Barr grew up playing on Duluth's Glen Avon rink and played in the Duluth East Bantam program before leaving town in high school. He arrives at Maine with 15 years of experience coaching at the Division I level. Most recently, he won a national title at UMass. To some football news, the Green Bay Packers are signing quarterback Blake Bortles to a one-year deal. Per ESPN's Adam Schefter, Bortles is a 6-year veteran in the league with a 24-49 record as a starter. The team is facing that uncertainty of Aaron Rodgers' future, but beyond that, they only have two quarterbacks on the roster, and that's Aaron Rodgers and 2020 draft pick Jordan Love. Two more quarterbacks, Chet Kelly and Kurt Benkert, will also audition for the team during their rookie minicamp this weekend. And tonight at 10, what was just any other school year for Duluth-Denfeld junior soccer captain Carson Schulte turned into a health scare of a nightmare. How his battle with Crohn's disease has given him a whole new outlook on life. That story will be tonight at 10.
Sure, looking forward to that. Thanks, Kelly. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you at 10 o'clock.
Change the future of medicine from the convenience of home.